what's up? I'm glad you're here hanging out. I'm Jared. This is LVME. We're doing a Smokin Reaction, and we got brand new music today from Ren. Well, it's been out like 5 days or so. It's brand new to me. I've been off of YouTube for a few weeks dealing with a family emergency I don't want to talk about. Scary stuff. So I'm excited to check out some new music, see what's going on. We got some new stuff from ACAL. We got this new music from Ren, and I haven't listened to Ren in a hot minute now. I'm meaning to check out the Big Push a bit more. I just haven't been able to. Man, I got a noisy cat if y'all can hear that. Well, you want to say hi to everybody on YouTube? You want to say hi to the YouTube people? You want to say hi? This is Bianca. Bianca's very noisy. You got to get up on camera. No, see, cats, what are you going to do? All right, back to Ren. We're going to peep this out. Listen, if you are brand new hanging out with my channel, first off, thank you. Please consider hitting that subscribe button as we inch ever so close to 10,000. I'm at like 9,890 something. We are almost there. I'm going to be stopping this. We're going to talk about the bars. We're going to talk about the music, whatever else that comes up during the course of watching this video. Please, sound off in the comments. But before that, if that bothers you because you haven't heard this song by Ren called Troubles, click on the link right down there in my description. It's going to take you to Ren's channel where you should give him a sub if you're not already. You should definitely leave a like and a comment if you're down with this video. After that, hit the back button, head over this way, hang out with us. We're going to check this one out, man. I have enjoyed every single piece of music that I've had the chance of listening to from Ren so far, and I have not heard a whole lot. I've been meaning to go down the rabbit hole on the channel. It's just life keeps getting in the way, as it does for all of us, right? So with that said, let's go ahead, let's dive in. Let's see what Ren's got to say, everybody. Let me go ahead and make this big screen for me so I can see. All right, it's Troubles. Let's see what's up. Oh wait, what's going on here? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, first off, it sounds like a Moby remix. I guess I didn't realize that when I saw the title. It sounds a little more distorted, it's slightly different. If I remember right, from what I understand, from what I've read in my own comment section, when Ren does a remix, he doesn't just put new verses down on the track. He usually adds a little bit to the music as well or changes something up. So that might be happening here. I'm not real familiar with Moby's song other than the fact, it was a pretty big deal. Now, my controls are coming up, and I was unable to read what that said on the bottom, so bear with me here while I bring that up again, okay? 26. Okay. Okay, sorry, my player controls were getting in the way of the text at the bottom, but basically it's Ren saying he was bouncing around from doctor to doctor dealing with some serious medical conditions that couldn't be figured out and caused him an incredible amount of stress. I can relate. If I understand right, he had some autoimmune issues, which well, we'll just get into that later. And he says that he wishes he had more stories of hope back then as well. I can feel that. And I'm sure I'll expand on that as the song goes on. Let's go.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music helped the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore.
Like that, he's comparing music to like being able to pull Excalibur's sword out of the stone, and gave him that kind of hope. I like that. That's a good analogy.
Music helped the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up.
So the first day I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living, 19. That's very young. I mean, that's right on the precipice, you know. But that's a good way, that's good lyricism right there.
Posters up, manhunt, ran, went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass.
It's hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. Waking in a body that was buried like a carcass. Yeah, this is hitting home for me. Very much so.
Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken.
Mind in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Ooh.
The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted.
Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. My mother dealt with a myriad of autoimmune diseases of an extreme nature. For years, she was in extreme pain and bedridden, and she was on major narcotics for pain. And none of the doctors knew what was wrong with her. She bounced around. We couldn't get a diagnosis, and she passed suddenly. You know, just because you're sick doesn't mean you're on death's door. But she wasn't. We weren't expecting anything. It was a year ago. And see, 11 days. 1 year, 11 days from when I'm recording this. It's tough. It's tough Mother's Day that I just had. But exactly what he's talking about here, and I'm not trying to make his story about me. I'm just saying I can relate because, I mean, that was my mother. Like, it wasn't me, but it's about as, I mean, I saw it all about as firsthand as you can get. And just like he's describing, only at a different period in life, not at 19, but very similar. We're talking one of the most extreme cases of fibromyalgia ever seen on the planet. Too much to get into right now. I'm not trying to hijack the song here. I'm just saying I can really relate to this here so far.
Little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor like a table tennis game that has no end. So
I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor like a tennis game that has no end. I watched that for years.
Read the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes.
Let me say the second year I was severed from my dreams, man. Yeah, man. I'm glad he's sharing this here. This isn't what I was expecting. I mean, I kind of figured you see the song Troubles, and I'm like, all right, we'll see what's up. You never know what to expect. Ooh, it's hitting hard.
So read the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane.
Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Those are things that, man, if you don't know, you don't know. And there are people that will brush off those words like that ain't nothing, talking about fatigue. You don't know fatigue until you have seen someone who is so fatigued they cannot move. They literally cannot move. Like, people hear that shit and they think that it's made up. They hear terms like fibromyalgia and they think it's made up. There was a time and point when doctors would brush off complaints of fibromyalgia as like woman troubles. It happens to affect women much more than men. And there are some doctors who will still today argue that it doesn't even exist. It's insane. It's not some light thing. It's not some fucking joke. Like a lot of things in life, there's levels to it. You know what I mean?
With your brain combusting. And the third year was murder. Living in a purgatory full of worry wouldn't live to be.
Okay, just from a hip hop standpoint right here, from the musical point, I like the way he just did murder and purgatory into a rhyme right there, and he just did that based on the way the pronunciation of both words. That was very nice. Yeah, I notice how each year here is getting worse.
Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bedroom. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom.
So lifestyle hurting, always in my bed. Yeah, man. My mom was trapped in the bottom of the house I grew up in for years, man. And people didn't know. People thought it was bullshit. Her friends like deserted her. Her own half sister, my own aunt. And I can say this because she ain't never gonna watch it. You fucking trash human being. Thinks it's all made up. Thinks she was some kind of just drug addict. It's insane. Anyways, this stuff is real, and I think it's really good that Ren is sharing this type of story too, especially if coming from one so young, man. This tends to hit people. I'm dealing with some of this stuff too, man. I've been diagnosed with some of these things, and this was hitting for me too. Although I mean, I'm not nothing like Ren's here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to hijack the story. I'm just saying, like, from someone who's seen this type of thing touch my family and touch life, it is really good to see someone with Ren's platform shedding a light on some of these scenarios. People have no idea what it's like to bounce around from doctors like that. I do. I feel you, man, and it's good you get that out there because his story and the things that I experienced in my personal life are just a this much a drop in the bucket of what's actually going on out there, of people that are not being heard, that are not taken seriously, that are experiencing these types of things. I'm telling you, that's facts.
Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant.
Ooh, 24 disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. Listen, again, nice wordplay here. Heavy song, nice wordplay. Let's go. I'll run that back.
Eyes popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then.
Ooh, wait, did he say scars are like eggs and they crack?
Before I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only.
Scars, they were etched, they crack. People don't know. He knows. Especially when you're living in high levels of pain and people find out like the type of pain medication someone like that is on. And they look at it from their worldview, which is one without earth-shattering pain in their bodies, right? So they just picture, they hear somebody is on like morphine or something on a regular basis, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're just like a opiate addict," and blah blah blah. And one thing I disagreed terribly with the Trump administration for doing was that crackdown on opiates, because what it did was made it hard for people like my mother who desperately needed medicine just to fucking survive, just to fucking not want to die every day in extreme pain. Because, and my point is that people, it's easy when you don't experience that type of pain to hear about people on those types of medications and think they're getting high. That's not how it works. When you have pain like that, you just feel normal. That's it. It just takes the pain away. You don't get fucked up. You're not floating through the sky all lit up. Okay, so you're not on a drip at the fucking hospital. Like it's just different. And he knows, and I've seen it, and I just got lost in my feelings here. I'm sorry. This is just really hitting home. I'm glad Ren is making this song right here. Let me bounce this back.
Steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So
damn, he said 25 back at home and living with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, because I'm physically done. Yeah, man. Yeah. I bet he had people in his own life that he thought were his friends that abandoned him when he got sick, and half of them probably thought it was all in his head or some bullshit, like it wasn't real.
often skin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the hollow.
Ooh, he said, I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to see if I was real. If I could feel or if I was real.
And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was
He said just to feel. Yeah, I wish that was a metaphor. Always putting it out there, man.
a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel.
Yeah.
Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. Have all my microphone and
Highly medicated, laying broken naked on his back. Sounds like he was on probably pain medication and antidepressants of some sorts as well. It sounds like I'm just getting that vibe. I'm not sure. I think I've heard that. It's hard for me to be certain. Let me know in the comments. I'm not meaning to put out anything incorrect.
till my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. And
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Damn. Oh, that's just crazy. He said like he heard an angel and it was a stem cell doctor. That's just crazy. Like I wanted that for my mom so bad. We couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford it. Not we. I wasn't involved. But I'm just saying that was something that I knew would benefit her, and it was just impossible to get that kind of treatment where they were, and even really to explore it at all or talk about it. That's crazy. This is all just like hitting, like this shit is hitting hard. Oh, I don't mean to make this a depressing reaction, yo. I'm enjoying the song. This is great. He's an excellent lyricist. He's this beat. I think something's different with it than just using Moby's straight beat. I could be wrong. I haven't heard that probably since it came out, but I'm really liking what I hear here. This is great. It's just a heavy topic that's hitting fucking home for me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep hijacking it and pausing it.
cell transplant pulled me out of the cold, and my skin got younger.
That's crazy. It worked, but that's what got him back, dude.
Hold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. And the cell transplant pulled me out of the cold, and my skin got younger and my body got stronger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you, pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Oh, shit. Sorry, you guys. I trust you all could read that on the bottom of the screen for yourselves. I couldn't pause it because of my controls again. Fuck it up. My mom didn't pass due to conditions related to what she was going through. She had a heart attack out of fucking nowhere. But she lived in constant hope, like he said right there, like it was always a search, always a search for the cure. and it was a very difficult thing to watch. And what was even more difficult was, and what he said on the bottom of the screen right there, it alludes to that, is the fact that there's there's a criminally low amount of information about these types of illnesses out there. Like everything that he listed on there, except I think the Lyme's disease was something that my mom suffered with, um, and a host of other things, and a host of undiagnosed things that nobody really understood. And people thought it was fake. Like I watched her lose her friends, you know. That shit's hard because they thought she was faking it because people never heard of shit like that before, or they Google it and they see some fucking bullshit article that says it's fake or whatever. So I'm really glad Ren put this song out here. I think that's really important. Sorry, it's my mom. There's there are so many people just like her that are suffering, that are dealing with those exact types of things, And it's not only that you have these feelings, you have the pain, you have your body eating itself, like he said, and you have the physical toll, you have the mental toll that goes on with that, you have the toll from all the medications that you're on. And they always want to put you on some sort of antidepressants or anti-anxiety bullshit as well, because when you feel that way, you get stressed out. You know what I mean? Like, and you meet all the requirements of depression when you're dealing with that type of thing, and so you start to not be able to think clearly, and it's just, and then when the people that are around you and your fucking friends and your family begin to question you and question what you're saying and acting as though you're just faking it to get drugs or attention. It's Do you know what the mental toll that does on a person? It's incalculable, unless and incomprehensible really, unless you've seen it up close and personal and you're dealing with it yourself. And so I'm really thankful for Ren to put that out there. That's just it's a heavy subject, and it's a subject I deal with in my own life. I mean, as my mom, I worry about things like that being genetic. I People be like, "Why do you smoke weed all the time and stuff?" Man, I smoke weed because I'm in pain a lot. That's why. Like I fidget in this chair because I hurt a lot. You know what I mean? And I have anxiety because I'm scared I'm going to wind up like that. You know what I mean? And just like, you, you- and I've never heard a musical artist bring this type of things up. Nobody talks about these diseases. You go Google half that stuff that was on that list, and you can find stuff saying it is fake. I watched my mother live with extreme pain, extreme earth shattering pain. And then I watched her detox off of morphine due to the Trump administration cracking down on legal doctors passing prescriptions, because I don't know what the fuck that has to do with stopping opiates at the border, but somehow it tied in. And so I watched her go into a forced withdrawal, and then live with extreme pain. It was torturous. It was insane. And I would support anybody that's helping raise awareness to that, so that somebody else's mother or son or loved one or daughter or father need not suffer like that alone and dealing with people and doctors who think they're full of it. It's bullshit. So anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into such a somber thing. I really appreciate Ren putting this out there. That's one of the best things I've ever fucking heard in this area. And just speaking as a family that's been touched by these types of things too, thank you. Thank you for putting that out there. Thank you for raising awareness. And I encourage any of you all, if you ever hear somebody in your life dealing with any of those types of things, take them seriously. Don't brush them off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel, head to the LVME.com. It'll just forward you to a page on my eBay store. Any purchases on the entire store go towards helping the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. All right. Peace.